Busia for yes, I'm Mama Kwabasum Kokra, counseling time with Counselor D.Y. Donkoh. Busia for Cameo. Na Yama Counselor Akwabasum Kokra, Sene Mekan, and Netches was here, Tata. Na ye never ever tina need you. Cameo. Yamana Kwaba. Papa.
Hello.
80, our first story, Auntie Val. I am 27 years of age. Please, I have an issue that has resulted in making me depressed for quite a while now. I've dated a guy for 6 years, 4 months, but his father has refused to accept us to marry because of tribe issues. My guy hails from the Ashanti region, and I am from Akuapem Latte in the Eastern region, thereby making us speak 2 different languages. It's been a year since his father expressed his disapproval of our marriage. This has really frustrated me, leaving me depressed now because I do not see where this whole issue is leading us. Through this, I have refused quite a number of guys who have come my way. Auntie Val, kindly ask counselor to advise me because I am confused. Thank you. Right. Inti naturally say 27-year-old girl at one Bema Adeti for year 6 years in Fiancia and 6 years in a craft 4 months and so sad so. Na Bema no Abusuya say woman pene ma Bema no worry abayano. If we say woye ofri Akuapem Latte ewo Eastern region and Bema no so ase efri asante mantem na wo mo kira ye kasa no ye mienu oba de wonte ne kasa na kasa de ani ntie ne wo mpene so enti amasese no eko 1 year ni omo hu ne omo ye nti sisi ano ye ne den ye fa kwan ben so se ne be ya relationship ne begina because papa ne so wo mpene so ama oba no woda wonda ne sum ye afo de no wonye
na me ba cho yenkwa into oban the chron character ye bre so she's worried and troubled,
right?
Makonya me do am pese me wade no me do no so do me,
okay,
na so edum pempen so a yenkonko hu agya ene enna na yenda ye hu edi nkyero mo se ye pese ye wade ya ye koya agya se som efede na nso so mempene adenti a eye kasa a woka ene kasa a woka no embo ebrama yen,
okay,
wo kasa ne yen ye kasa no de omuni se soronko yedem suban mu ene yemu de bi kura na me na bi mpapa bi me nua bi akọwade wo hoda amo ayen nti ye mpene,
okay,
ne ye ya ka kire gya bi ni na ehwe yen se ye nti ase epi se de ya achem de ya kan de ya kwawuni sabi de ya egbeni de ya meka no pepeni de ya nkrani abusua bia mu obi wo mu a wonye abusua bia mu obi wo awoye sa wokope bi wo ho na ebo owo na wo bofom na anyeyi na nkoso antumpon enkyere se obi a ofiri go bebia sa na lisubanti. And listen, I've encountered a lot of people with this complaint, saying that ye so and so me ko wadi so and so me Christiani me wari Muslim me ye pepe ni sabe me wadi Christiani sabe me say me wadi say almost say me wa yankrani me wari achimni me wari akani. So I've encountered that. Valentias yes sabe nkra for me to me wari na nyi
no correct.
I before me to me wari na nyi
no correct.
Account for me to me wari na nyi asante for me to me wari na nyi. So it is not actually about where you coming from, as in Sabi, the language you speak, and your war. Sometimes it has to do with the person I am making a choice with, or the person I'm making a choice to choose. That means that wabana be kofano no. Baby, I will feel and share day here. Me say wabana nkasa be manankasa. The shooting the bind to say and on the ebehe. Tebi krana the kasa na wompe. Na susubane ya denye the kasa ya wote ase a wope no so ono susuban to say. So I want to encourage the lady that papa se wompene you can actually get that bonus. Walk to your father and please express yourself in humility,
okay,
with submission,
okay,
not with pride and egoistic attitude. Men koye dwani a hantan en kire just say da mo se me mpene kora no ana me wade no sabe ya bibi memu anipa ba ko nwade enipa bienu na wade nti ekwa akware na akwaye nko asem nko a emfa nti oba ne nko agya on kyerɛ ne sɛ ekura wo firi so na wo mpɛ nanso krachi agya ne suban ye ɛna anu yi bi start ya brabo ya sana bibiriki mi virginity bi fa ye krom ni amboa me ɛno kura ka wuti na ebia I'm making a choice to take so and so from here. O chire ma sabe onyana ko madanya mensem. Baby a wo peno no odan to. So sometimes our communication skill is not good enough for somebody to understand what we are trying to say. Nti mesere say mema ne mboto, mema ne ha no, e kwa afi ba ko ni enka achi. Number 1, bema ne guso do no. Ani. De ba pass still one penny. Ani adintia. Eja chire wase a na wo so wo bibi kan sabe eto eja soma koka kire no na emom se mebu befu se eja mpene a chenchena cheme wade de me ntufu so bi anye sa. Thank you. Mamenkai
next story eba. Say Auntie Valerie, please, I would want counselor to help me out on this particular issue. I have married my husband for the past 6 years now, and he's not the type of person who will voluntarily give to you something. He just goes about his normal duties and sees everything he does in the house as an obligation. Even sex, he sees it as an obligation to me. Auntie Valerie, I appreciate my husband, and I have never for once had any issue with everything that he was doing up until I received an anonymous gift. The person didn't declare their identity. They just brought me the gift with a note that said that they admired me and that they wished me the very best. This is a little token to appreciate my beauty and my personality. I was shocked. I opened to see a bracelet, beautiful one as such, and a very, very expensive phone. Auntie Valerie, I sent every other thing to the house. I was wondering which person would send me that particular gift, but then I decided not to tell my husband or talk to my husband about it. I kept it a secret, placed the stuff in the wardrobe, and didn't even pay attention to it up until the following week. The person sent another gift. This time around, it was a bouquet of flowers. I was getting worried. So I told a particular friend of mine in the company, and she told me that sometimes it may be an individual in the office or somebody who is close by or a stalker. So it's two-sided. It's either I report the issue, else I would be found wanting. Now, I didn't take the flowers home because I'm not the type of person who would love flowers to the core to the extent that I would know how to cater for them. When I got home, my husband was already in the house, and he came right at me and asked who got me this expensive bracelet. Now, I told him that my sister got it for me and that she decided to gift me this because she just felt like it. Mind you, I am the bigger sister. So then my explanation was my sister saw it as a sense of gratitude to get me this bracelet. My husband didn't say anything. In fact, it didn't look like he was worried. He was just very normal about everything and left it as it is. Now, I was feeling uneasy because I lied to my husband about it. But then I just decided to go with the flow. Not too long, after some days had passed, this anonymous person sent me a DM in my Instagram. I think I was one way or the other getting kind of curious and interested in this particular person, or should I say ghost. So then I told my friend that she should help me figure out who this person was. If there is a way to track, especially when the person has asked that I contact them on that particular line. Now, she told me of an IT guru who could help me locate or find the person based on their location, which is not difficult, especially when they are using social media. To my utmost shock, the person happened to be living where I live. And when he said that, it was obvious it was my house and no other place. So then, the conclusion is the person who got me that particular gift was my husband. I really, really wanted to understand things properly. I was shocked, confused, but I gathered myself and decided to look into things. Checked his phone, looked out for something that led straight to that. And I found a phone that he was using on the site that I had never set eyes on. And it did lead to everything that was shown, placed to me. Auntie Valerie, now I don't know how to confront my husband. I am confused because I have lied to him. Can this break my marriage? Would it mean that every woman has a price? Because as it stands now, it would look as though I am the kind of woman that can easily be bought. It's not as though I have used any of the things that has come through. Do I pretend and go with the flow? And when he finally comes up, I tell him I knew about it. Counselor, please help me.
About Valerie, yes, we don't marry to have a husband. And we don't just marry to have a wife. In marriage, every married couple need a friend. One of the reasons why a lot of people are really, really suffering in marriages is because most of them, their partners are not their friends. And one great reason to marry is to have a companion or companionship. Enti some wade na wonya madamfo na betumi fa adamfo wo ma wade achia. What is left again? Sex. What is it that we can talk about, discuss? When I have a friend, and as I'm speaking now, a lot of people are watching us, our best friends are outside marriage. Totally wrong. Enti ni nkomodifo ye na adamfo bi o abonten oba obema. But let me tell you this once again. Everybody needs a friend in his husband or in her wife.
Okay.
Edi nipa ne nya wadam fo enkomobu a untumi ne mmo. Abesa yes sir boss, yes sir boss. I'm sorry. As wa wade pani bia untumi ni mfulu. But marriage comes with that bond.
Okay.
Now I listen to the story of this woman and you will understand that this woman does not understand the love language of the husband. And I will explain. Number one. Number two, she decided to lie to save herself from something she has no idea about. And for all you know, the husband decided to surprise her to see who my wife is. Why wouldn't you tell the truth to your husband and decide to lie? So the question is, who is your husband to you? Is your husband your friend or just your husband? And I'm telling you one reason why a lot of couples are lying to their partners is because they don't find their husbands and wife at the right place of communicating to them. Communication is not talking. Communication is where you can share deeper things that you can't share with ordinary people to your partner. Oh my God. Who is the man to the wife? Is the man a friend? If no, then it can cause the lies. Nevertheless, what right would my wife decide to have that look, at the end of my baby free, but I've decided to lie to my husband. And yes, I will or begging say, what kind of wife are you? So for me, the wife has lied. Even if the husband is not a friend. The wife has lied. And once a woman lies, you are breaking the trust of your husband. Knowing that I'm the one who is doing all these things.
Right.
And then you come back to lie to me to see that your sister actually bought it for you. I'm asking myself so many questions. And you know when you need how many lies have you told me? Who are you? Does it mean that this is what you do with other men? So there will be a lot of questions that will be raised in the mind of the man. He's going to ask thousands of questions just to identify and to know the wife he's dealing with. So number one, the wife has lied. Number two, the wife could not set a boundary. The reason is that somebody brings a gift you know nothing about. The question is, who delivered the gifts? Or the man want to buy Okada and delivery service guy and now you post to send it back. Whatever is coming from. So delivery guy at the house, who gave it to you? So I don't know the person. Say, please, I will not take it. Send it back. I don't care what it. So our dear one party cannot set boundary between himself with the opposite sex has already failed. Minya wadu we Valerie, I need to set boundaries around me to make sure that I have a way I hug you as my wife.
Okay.
I cannot hug any other woman like that. Let me say something.
Right.
Valerie, I grew up in Udi. In summer, me no ka. I want me car. Sani ame bamu. In program in Udi. Se me yiri jina ha. Na mi tumi nu ndi sa agro na e won anima. I'm flirting and I'm cheating.
Hey.
If whatever you do as a partner with the opposite sex cannot be done right in front of your other partner, you are hypocrite. You are cheating already.
Okay.
You are flirting already. So it means that when you said the oil and I don't know be shower your baby home, but me kwana be regional there, you do an much. What's happening? Because I know that the mayor no one ya obeka nibu befu and ye. So why do I do it? Even though he's not there or she's not there. So why do you take a gift not knowing where it's coming from? And then you still decide that you are taking it more. And then when your husband asks you, be bold and say, baby, I decided to take my time to analyze one or two things. When he said, to your surprise, this is not the first gift. This is the third gift. You could say, what? Or run away, but what? So my husband, we decided something can't show, and I'm a shad there. No matter Tracy Nipo, yes, sir. Wabreme bracelet. Wabreme watch. Wabreme phone. What's the phone way? So me using book. As a box. So now no one can say no. My not person be shady. Now me the person who is doing that. Now me we know you are dealing with. Your husband goes like, wow. Then your husband can even go like, hey, me I surprised you. But once you say, my sister, then Jack, you are trying to tell us that one can say I for. Now, fast forward. Can this affect my marriage? 1,000 times, yes. It has already affected your marriage. Now, your husband doesn't know the woman he's dealing with. The Busa was say, is this a problem for you? You defended it as if nothing has happened. Nothing is happening, and yet something was happening. It breaks the heart of your husband. From that day, your husband is going to see you in a different picture, in a different image, from a different angle. And so I just want to tell her that if her conscience is judging her, she can gather the boldness. It's never too late. Go back to your husband. Go like, babe, I lied to you. Do you know why I lied? I lied because I wasn't sure of something. I wanted to actually find out who is doing all these things before I tell you the truth. Now I've realized that you are the one. Shame on you. Shame on you. I said, no, I'm serious. You lied. I said, no, babe, I didn't lie. Or yes, I lied because I was confused. I wanted to know who is doing all these things. I just decided to take because when make actually say me knew the program, I said, yeah, stop. But I wanted to get to the root of the matter. And I just find out that you are the one. Shame. We can even turn this one
upside down.
I'm telling you, a smart woman full of wisdom has a way to go about the heart of the husband. But a foolish woman will tear down her house with her foolishness. So I just want to say that, yes, it can affect your marriage, but you can still turn it in a way. Take your time, apply wisdom, talk to your husband, and you'll be fine. But then I say this, no woman should lie to the husband.
No woman should lie to their husbands, and a counselor. Right. Auntie, let's read the final story for tonight. Now, say, Auntie Valerie, I have dated this guy for 3 good years. We've had our ups and downs. He's a good person. He's been good to me. I've also been equally good to him. Not too long ago, this gentleman told me outright that it's about time we went our separate ways. I asked him what I had done to him to deserve such treatment or decision from him. He told me that it isn't about me, but that it was about him. Auntie Valerie, I told him that if there is something that he needs me to do, that I was willing and ready to go heaven's length to make sure that our relationship indeed succeeds. This guy told me outright that there is nothing I can do about it. I should concentrate on my life and do the best for myself. And that my future husband is one lucky gentleman. It broke me. I nearly committed suicide. But by God's grace, I held myself strong and decided to move on regardless. Auntie Valerie, 2 weeks, I'm not exaggerating, 2 weeks right after the breakup story, I found out that my boyfriend was getting married. And he was getting married to a lady he claimed was his baby sister, more or less a cousin, that I saw them a couple of times, but had no idea as to whether they were in a relationship or not. Auntie Valerie, I don't know how to go about this situation. And to worsen matters, the guy's family does know me. Why do some families do that? Especially when they know that that particular member of DS is into two-timing. Auntie Valerie, please ask counselor for me. How do I break free from this hurt? How do I go about this situation? Is there a way I could sue him legally? And is there something I could claim from him for the time spent? Because as it stands now, I'm in a depressed mood. I can't explain.
Nothing satisfies a woman's emotions when she's hurt. Nothing. Unless at a point in her life, she comes to a position to say that I'm ready to let go so that I can have myself. Because once you fall in love, you lose yourself. And then you start sacrificing for somebody who does not even deserve your sweat. And that is the heart of a woman. Once a woman decides to love you, she decides to love you with her all. Shade, makodono, and pempezo di was one pemi. Ultimate name in Trebium. Me to me, shade such in China, chupe umpo matiaka also. What in the home? Yeah, do ya hundi. But even though we are in love, we can still make decisions. And he has made a decision to leave, so that probably he will not waste my time. And what about my money? Why are you doing so about my money? Now they want my money will boom because he answer one moment was saying the matter. Oba my money and walk away and impempens will be a muso or wade. But say, Ebia me who ye. I am yapa. I am ya, mammy to me fan channel. Oh, and as I am ya, mammy, Jenny say, but to me, yes, see no court to Anna. Nambi says, yes, see no court. And they $1 billion amount. The question is, can it satisfy your soul? No. Can you sue him? Yes. Do you want to do it? Yes. Is it going to help you settle issues and then become comfortable in your emotions? It's no. So the truth is that you have to cry a diamond, a cars amount. But see, when your emotions are not set right, houses cannot satisfy you. And that is why there are rich people with all their riches, with all their money, they still don't enjoy peace. I know a poor man or that kiosk be more. Some you can say, oh, make you carry and one more. I said, oh, my dear, I'm going to be penny or mobile. Totomo we no kra wonte sikani bi so nya diabetes ya rebone so so da ye bone e pempaibo e bi kra adwin suicidal thoughts about. So what is about life? Is life all about material things? No. It's not me to the sir. There are times when the ways of God is higher than your ways, and the thought of God higher than your thought, and the steps of the righteous man is ordered by God. In all your ways, acknowledge him, because he has the ability to direct your path. Now, be sad to Sister Eve say he knows the thoughts and the plans he has for you. His thoughts are good and not evil. Let me say, actually, he said the expectation of the righteous will never be cut off. And I'm hearing you. And I'm saying, "But I'm here say, if you cry, you trust so." And when he does so, say, "You try me so." You too must say, "Mefife." Do you know sometimes God can let somebody disappoint you simply because God wants to appoint you somewhere?
Hey.
And so, woman who support fire. Body the other year, Joseph and me abeda. Oko kramiya na tadia. Sa no boa ni so be di Enuanu mu wo na tiko na opoli no ko sha amere mu a se agya ne hokọ na omu nim se ekwan ya yebefa so a amanonefo krofoforo so bepagya no ede na traka betwi na dun de bo sha asase so enu ani yempia watiko a wo ye de na watumirika emre dodo obenya hu se you have something we call the inner strength, the inner ability to run a race you have never dreamed to run. It's when you meet the lion in the jungle. Ushia jata no be chisiwa. Sister, unyina onsu ukobirika bia unkobida. Onso za daesa ada so da ne ta na tumirika wa bresu unyina da. Etina be catch the sister ni se me nsu me ni awreho. Ba ma bi bebo utuo obekum obetetew nanso wakoma ye pia onyame giw free ni sem. Wasiesie ama be ma awodwo. The toda bia nyame de wo fire mu sa ne mpagya aba. Emra wo de wo fire mu no enso mfata. Me say enso ana emfata. The toda bia gold ye hyamie na hu ni yellow na nya yellow say you. Na ya ye tuntum sa na ye pese ye hu gold no de soronko ye. Ene ne fair yonti. De di tujam. Ane ye nane no. Se gold no wa ano a koka say mo hyeme dodo, mo ha me dodo. Mo tetem na mo wo breme. Ye si ye keka bo mu ne ye fini firima de nya ye ni ene ne bo odin ebo edin ni say ene de ya refound no ya ye ni. Sometimes God will take you through pain to refine you, to prepare you, make you better for somebody better. And so for me nothing comes by mistake. When God is in charge, he prepares us through pain to modify us, beautify us and shape us for his use. Thank you.